morning, YouTube. It's actually the morning. So guitar safari time. Facebook Marketplace. Actually, my pal Ronnie sent me the link to this one. Someone selling a job lot of guitars. So I don't know. I'm humming and hawing with it. There's not really any there that I particularly want for myself. I don't think. A couple I don't want. So I've taken my wee battery amp, set of Allen keys and a screwdriver. I'm just thinking these guitars look very unloved. It looks very much like a car boot job sort of thing. The guy we're going to pick it up off, or I'm going to go and pick it up off at this certain point. I think it's too early for Scott. It is only it's in an industrial estate in East Kilbride, which is about half a mile, if that, away from Scott's house. So I'm going to go and chap on Scott's door and see if he's awake. If he's not, I'll just go to McDonald's, get some tea, then go and see them. It's quite good having Scott there though, because he kind of, it means I don't just end up talking pish for an hour, which I tend to keep doing. It's dead annoying. Yeah, so one of them looks quite good. One of them's an Ibanez acoustic. It kind of hinges on a lot of these. I don't want to be that guy because I'm buying six guitars. I think it's a left-handed vintage cutaway acoustic, which left-handed guitars are a nightmare to get rid of. But, might be good for coming up for Christmas. That's kind of what I'm thinking of these. A Hondo 2 Strat, which I've never actually owned one. I've seen a few of them. I think they're all right. There's one on Facebook Marketplace just now that says Japanese about 4 times in the advert, but I'm pretty sure they're not Japanese. I'm pretty sure it's a Korean guitar. And yeah, sort of an early 80s, late 70s one. A Strat that I couldn't quite see. I think it was a Westfield, possibly, something like that, just a black Strat. Another black Strat, which I think again was probably a Westfield, doesn't have any tuners on it. So these things are just like, as long as the necks, if they've all got all right necks, and that's it. There's another black Strat which I think looks like it says Squire in the headstock. So just maybe a cheapy Squire, which is alright. And the one which looks quite good is an Ibanez acoustic with a sort of really pointy cutaway on it. It's quite an ugly guitar actually. I can't remember the name of it. I looked it up on the internet yesterday and I think they're about 200 odd new, 250 new, so, and it's acoustic, so assuming it's not warped all over the place, I should be able to recoup more than half the money back for the lot on that guitar alone just by cleaning it, putting strings on it, I hope. I don't know. I don't think it'll lose on it. I'm thinking as well, it's like rather than, yeah, I don't think the world needs that many more Buckfaster casters. Maybe just do a couple of them as sort of for coming up for Christmas beginner packs, you know what I mean? Pick up a Strat that's fully working for sort of 60 quid or something is a good buy for if you want to learn the guitar. You know, getting a nephew a Christmas present or something. It's miles better than, you know, getting one a cheap one for 100 odd, 120 quid that will need work to make it play, because I think pretty much all guitars at that sort of price generally do if they're new. And then you'll actually be buying a guitar that's definitely alright, definitely working. Kind of hoping one of the ones isn't an autonomic chord. I quite like that wee pig one I had. So that was a good, a decent quality guitar. Well, it feels cheap, but it works. And it's like, well, if it works, then it works. It feels alright. You wouldn't pick it up and go, oh, this is a £1,000 guitar, but just because some of my quite a lot of the Japanese ones I've got do feel like a £1,000 guitar, because if you kind of scale up how much they cost new, they did cost £1,000. Looking up, was it West Tone or something like that? It was 1983, and approximately £100 in 1983 is the equivalent of £300 in 2022. So that's nice and easy to work out. So a £300 guitar in 1983 is actually a £900 guitar now. Perfect, and that kind of fits in sort of quality wise with quite a lot of the Japanese ones I've got, like the West Tones. They were sort of, I think the cheapest one was about 160, 170. So you know, you scale that up and you're at 400, you're at the same price as basically my FGN Telly, and it's like, yeah, because it's kind of the same level of guitar. And then you get to obviously the more fancier ones which are up over £1,000 easily. It's like, you know, things like the Washburn Falcon and stuff like that, because you can tell just by looking at them, they were damn expensive to build. I need to dig one of them out actually. I should always have one of the Wing series hanging on my wall. I've got a couple of acoustics hanging on the wall because I was showing off my pal who was up the other night, likes acoustics. I was like, ah, look at these. And they are excellent, those two Washburns, but having them hanging on my wall next to me, they kind of echo when I talk, which is really annoying. The joys of acoustics. I must talk in exactly whatever note it is that makes them ring. You know, E, A, D or G or something like that. I'm probably used to that. So I don't know. No, I wish the left-handed one was here wasn't a left-handed, because I've got a Yamaha. If anyone's left-handed, I've got a Yamaha I'm trying to sell for my pal, and it's an FG413, so it's the same as mine. Mine's a 411, but it's left-handed. And amazing guitars. I'm trying to sell it for. I tried to sell it for 150 because that's what it would be worth if it was right-handed, and then it went down. I think I've got it on Veteran Marketplace at like 90 or something. And there's nobody even looking at it. You're like, go on, lefties. It's a good guitar. I can't really demonstrate it. It works all right when you kind of try and play single notes and on one string. It sounds great. Obviously, when you start flipping things upside down, it goes all wrong. I'm also taking over the. Assuming Scott's going to be in, I've got a Roadstar, John Carter's Roadstar. I've got a shot of Scott's going to recognise because he knew him by his guitar. I think they did gigs together when they were both in different bands or something. I'd be right. I remember talking about, I don't know, about a year ago, I was talking about the John Carter guy, and it's like, oh, is that the guy with the purple Roadstar? It's like, and then he could describe him sort of, going, aye, lovely guy, great guitarist, and then he spent 5 minutes describing his guitar to me. And I was like, that is what it is with guitars. I've always been, all my pals into that as well. You know, it's that pure, especially see when you're at like a festival or something like that and you've seen hundreds of bands. It's like, which band was that? And you're like, Red Telecaster. Oh, right, I know the one you mean. It's disgusting, isn't it? I found myself, I don't watch TV anymore, but they were doing a run of Top of the Pops from like this year and 30 years ago or 40 years ago, so it was like, I remember watching from the late 70s. You know, every week it just did whatever the Top of the Pops was in 1977 or whatever, this week, and just looking at it and just being, oh, that Air Pro! I was like, next band, oh, Washburn Falcon! And then, Roadstars! Full of Yamaha SGs. But kind of more fun than the actual bands. Actually, kind of works out weird. Most of the bands that play the guitars I've got, I don't really know the bands. Sort of punk era, not really my thing, but that was what those guitars were for, you know. The early 80s ones anyway. Can't have been 70s, must have been early 80s, because it was all guitars that I had. I don't really have any 70s guitars, not really. Technically two of my Washburn Wings are 79, so they count as 70s guitars. The bass, the Vulture bass and the Hawk are both 79, I think. And I guess that Gibson, the Marauder copy, it'll be 70s. and just how many of them are Japanese. I did do it was maybe about 2 years ago. I did a spreadsheet. Some of them are gone though, and some of them are not on it yet. Just in case, just to put them out, because I actually wondered how many I've got. So I did know 2 years ago. It's repulsive, so I don't really want to tell anyone. It's a bit difficult when folks. I'm an enabler. I think maybe some people who watch my channel when I'm sitting in my room with 10 guitars you can see on the walls, it kind of makes it feel a bit more secure. Going up, alright, okay, maybe it's not too bad having 6 guitars. That guy there's got 10, and it's enabled. That's fine, but I'm about to have another 6, I think. And it just depends on what they are. There might be a bucket caster in there. There might be some other idea. I might do some. I don't want an idea for a switch, which it seems such an obvious switch. It took me 30 seconds to draw it out, and then I spent half an hour trying to work out why it doesn't work. Because it will work, but why does nobody else do it? Why is it not a thing? What I'm talking about is basically having a... What the hell's going on here? Why is everyone parked outside here? Can't be school of 12. Yeah, so on a 2 humbucker guitar, basically I was looking at the Green Ibanez. You've got the guitar I bought, I think was meant to have, well, the one from the year before it or something had the 5-way RG switch, which is a much better, perfect for having 2 humbuckers. The only problem is I couldn't find the Cortex switch. I remember I bought one for Scott and I found it was at 12 quid. This time I couldn't find one. I could find it at 22 quid, but that's twice the price. So I was sitting there, what it does is it gives you the bridge. Position 1 is the bridge humbucker. Position 2 is either the inner or the outer coils of both pickups, and then the middle position is both humbuckers, then the neck. The position 4 is the neck pickup wired parallel, so it's kind of like a single coil of the neck, and then neck position is the neck humbucker. But what I was thinking was, out of those sounds, the most important one is, well, the bridge and the neck pickups on their own. And then in the middle, when you've got two humbuckers on together is not really my thing. Wouldn't it be really good if that was the split coil sound? And I've worked out how to do it, and I don't know why. I think the reason I decided I couldn't do it before is because I was using a 5-way switch. So now with a standard Telecaster 3-way switch, that saves 22 quid. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure that I can get it so in the middle position you've got the sort of Telecaster middle position sound, with 2 single coils, and then bridge and neck are still bridge and neck humbuckers, which I just think would be a fantastic layout. And I don't know why guitars don't have it, because the 2 humbuckers on at the same time. I know people with their Les Pauls and SGs, with 2 sets of volume controls, can do things with both pickups on, but when you just get the 1 volume control, like in a Strat or something, 2 humbuckers. I think maybe I've thought about trying to do it before, but I was going to put in a coil choice switch, which I still could. I figured that would give me inner or outer coils. I could use a 3-way switch, so in the middle it's not doing anything. That gives me... That's before I thought of this 3-way switch idea. That would give me that in-between sound. And if you flipped it back, you would get 9 sounds out of the guitar instead of 3. That would involve, you could listen to any single coil on its own in that mode. Is it any combination of 2? You can get any combination. No, you can't. Yes, you can. No, you can't. You can almost get any combination of 2 pickups. Or 2 coils out of the pickups, but I really do quite fancy. Actually, that Green Ibanez is wired, because it's got the trembucker in it, the Seymour Duncan. I've talked about this recently. If you put a humbucker into a Strat, it's backwards, so it's out of phase with your normal pickups. Just because They are. So you often find that if you see someone who's modded a Strat, put a humbucker on the bridge and they didn't know this, it's when you're in position 2, it's a horrible thin, out of phasey sound. The rest of the time doesn't matter when you only listen to one pickup. This one in this Ibanez in the middle position is out of phase. So what they've done is they've wired the two of them normally, but because the trem bucker's for a Strat as such, it's wired backwards. The cables are the other way around, so you can match it to the single coils easier, which makes sense. So I've taken that over to Scott's anyway, even though I was sitting looking at it last night. I'm looking for a pickup. Well, I've got pickups that are actually going tonight, red pickups, because I still think I'm going to make it into a bucket caster. But the trick is I don't want to do too much to it until I know I've got those red pickups. Because currently sitting the neck pickup sounds fantastic and the treadbucker sounds really good as well, but kind of would rather, if at all possible, by the time I've done it up and got it all working properly, just do that with whatever pickups I decide to put in it, rather than being tempted to leave that trembucker in and keeping it. I don't know whether keep the trembucker or whether I sell it. I was kind of tempted to sell it, or maybe at least try and sell it, because I might get quite a lot of the money back for the Ibanez guitar. You know, it's quite possible I'll end up getting that, only paying like 20 or 30 quid for the Ibanez, which would be nice. But then again, I've just spent 20 quid. Assuming I get these red pickups, I've just spent 20 quid now. It has worked out to be an awful nice guitar though. Even the bits like the tuners are the sort of shitty looking ones, but they totally work alright. I think I would probably have to change them if I was selling it anyway, or do I just sell it without those bits? Well, yeah, well I was going to buy fancy tuners for it, but they're going to cost 20 quid, so if I did that I'd have to charge 20 quid more for the guitar, so here you go, it's 20 quid cheaper than it would have been, and you can fit them yourself, maybe. So I wonder if Scott's going to be up. He's got a very much first thing tomorrow morning. You know, that's kind of 2 or 3. It's like before 4 o'clock is the morning. So no, he's not up yet. Oh well, see if he's up. Rocket. Yes, sirs. On that bridge. Just in case you think, oh, there's no appetite for independence in Scotland. We had a vote in 2014 and we said no, so I don't think we should be allowed to vote again. Yeah, stop watching the media. Look up some stuff, see what actual people want, not what the billionaires are telling the brown noses what to say information, actual information. Political rant over. Hey YouTube! So we're starting this guitar safari immediately.
Yes.
Because it's not a very far away guitar safari. Oh, your door's not closed.
Is it not?
My door's not closed. Our door's not closed. What's up?
Okay.
Yep. So in order to get some footage on the way in.
Sorry, am I getting into the stone already?
No, I'm alright.
Not
fumigated. No,
fumigated.
Yeah, so 6 guitars. Are they all going to be absolutely shite? It's possible that every one of them is going to be absolutely duff.
Well, I reckon your man Alex gets his guitars or something like this.
Yeah.
This guy probably does house again.
Yeah, I think to get 6 guitars, I suppose it could just be...
How do you get so many hoovers? Have you seen his ads? Have you seen his commerce profile? He's got hoovers up the shifter.
That's right, he does, aye.
And he sells them a job lot. Who buys a job lot of hoovers? A really big hoose, but he'll get 10 bags, he's back soon.
Yes. I did actually met a guy who used to do Dysons at the Blockhead Market. Yeah. Got some guitars off him. It's a similar sort of thing, it's just that car booters maybe just do that. I may be a Hoover stall, but...
Well, it used to be just all cheap stuff that you got car boot sales, but now that we've got PayPal,
course, right.
And stuff like that, you can actually do bigger transactions at car boot sales. So some people are bringing some really collectible stuff and sticking it in the back for the proper collectors.
It makes it possible rather than going picking out 300 quid when you're just going for a wee walk at it. You should see something interesting. Cool. I'm assuming I'll go to where I think it was, and then I'll
Then we'll hit the...
then I'll look in the sat nav and we'll come back out and go in the right direction.
Yes. Sounds like a plan.
It does, yes.
I've never heard of that. I'm terrible at give direction based on snack bars and pubs, which I don't venture into either, to be honest with you. So I'm always looking
I've
confused
got
at people and they say, nah, you just take the second one after this pub and that pub, and I'm like, is there a pub there? There is a pub there.
Yeah.
What's the other people? People, what day is it?
They're all bastards. It's Saturday,
Is it Saturday?
isn't it? I think so.
Fuck. Well, very black and white.
Right here.
Yeah, I reckon it is, because the storage unit's in here. In there.
There's a nice cream shop. It's where he is. I don't think it's in here.
It's the, you drive in there, just up. It's the big, I used to actually work in here occasionally, when I still had my tickets for stuff. I used to drive the forklift. Because it's in there is all of the units, so we'll just come and out here.
Look at the
next
one on the next one.
Yeah, that's the storage units. Oh, it's a TV programme that sees American people who...
Storage Wars.
Storage Wars.
Yes.
So they came to Scotland and they came here and they were a total rip-off. They went to the local music shop, Village Music, and rented 4 guitars, new guitars.
Right.
And the people went blanked them in a unit in there and covered them and stuff and made it look as if... Right, see with that white carriage? Yeah, it made it look as if they had somebody lefties sitting in a unit. And it was guitars from the shop around the corner.
Wow.
So disappointing. Oh, what's he doing?
I don't know. What the
fuck is he doing? Pushing his way around, I think is what he's doing.
Terrifying. Terrifying. Bastards. Oh, is that the Hungry Friar?
Where?
No, not yet.
Did you see a man? Did you see a man?
I didn't see a man, no. Did I look up the map?
Right, go on here. There's a road here. I think it's going to be in here somewhere.
I think so. It might be. Oh, Springburn Place. That's right, it did say Springburn Place somewhere.
Yeah. So I don't know. So you drive right in there, there's a whole big unit, a whole big loader. Like a whole big load of them.
No, that's Westgrath Place. It was definitely Springburn.
Aye, but there's a loader in there though.
That says Springburn Place. I think it's down that first bit.
Okay.
That burger van's the Hungry Friar or whatever
Is
it's
it?
called.
Okay. That's where the car place is. What do you call it place? It's a place that sells cars.
Car place? Car sales room?
Car shop.
Car shop.
Yeah.
The Friar Tuck. Is that an ice cream place there?
That looks like it.
That one.
Is that it in there? All the lights. I've never seen that before in my life. It's a nice van. Looks expensive.
Ron's Ice Creams.
Yeah.
The guy's name's Ron. Ron's Ice Creams. Hey! Hey, YouTube! So, that worked, sort of. Didn't buy any of the guitars. It's just some. It's just.
Well, nothing for us now. For you.
Nothing, no, we're all just did that wee bit too much work.
Yeah.
For somebody who's got like a
Hobbyist.
hobbyist who doesn't mind spending a fair amount of time to get a guitar for themselves, but it's not really
Because you
for.
could probably make a couple of good ones out of all of that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
The Honda one looked alright.
The Honda one did look alright.
The Squire
only
ones
problem
are-
was the frets, it needed a fret job.
Yeah.
The Honda one. The Squire was checking all of the truss rods, and one of them didn't even have a bolt on it.
Yeah.
The Allen key just fell right inside the net. That would be knackered.
Yes.
But really nice wee guy. What was his name again? See, Ron. And he's got an ice cream shop, and it's a...
Did not expect it was like a 50s
Did not
diner
expect
with a
that at all.
checkerboard floor and stuff. And I was like,
What? He was talking about doing gigs and stuff
in
like
an
that.
industrial estate 500 yards away from your house. Like, sure.
You can do that, yeah.
Yeah, totally. He's talking about putting bands on. He's like, happy days. I'm in a Black Sabbath. I have a Black Sabbath band. And just like, where are we playing this week? We're playing an ice cream shop in an industrial estate.
Stop. Then look at that.
I don't know.
Imagine that. Yellow Calvo.
Yellow. Even points it out to me. Yellow car doesn't know how to drive by the looks of things as well.
Yellow Calvo was hesitant today. It's a wee woman, look. She's just hesitant. So, oh, should I shoot her? But that was quite good.
Aye.
And you got 2 amps. And it was not bad price.
2 amps, yeah.
Right.
The Marshall MG30, nearly 25 watt.
Yeah, MG30 is going to need a lot of scushing.
That's going to need a lot of scushing. Yeah. But the fact that the things were coming to life when it was tapping them,
they're there. Yeah.
I'll be able to make it work.
Yeah.
And then had a wee moment as well with that Fender bass amp. Looks like someone had stood in the plug. One of the into the wall sockets was bent. So I bent it back out with a pair of pliers, and then applied it to the wall and turned it on with a stick. And there's a stick. I was like, I'm looking for a stick. There's a stick there, just a bit of 2x2, perfect. Turn it on, works.
Yeah.
All good. All good.
Yeah, that was good.
So a couple of amps, but no guitars. But you got to go and try these things. It was very much those guitars were kind of the ones that were left over. It's like,
this is the thing with that kind of guy.
They were £25 each, but you know what I mean? So it wasn't like,
they weren't expensive. But the thing is, that's the kind of guy who gets a lot of stuff from us.
yes.
So I think we can look forward to.
Well, he was saying he was taking guitars into the pawn shop in Glasgow. I'm sure that either of us would probably give him more money than what Tron Pawn would.
Well, I bet you what they're doing is part them out. I think that guy, that's what he does, is he just parts things out. Like he'll take a guitar to pieces and put it all on eBay, just bits.
Right, yes, I suppose so, yeah.
So I was actually thinking about doing that as well, kind of me shop together online and just putting everything in it.
Yeah. I've
look at that bastard stolen your space.
stolen my space. Bastards. I'm totally sure where we are.
I was going to say about the corner, but you don't. The bastards are taking that too. There's too many people in this place.
This world.
Too many people. Bastards.
Okay, well, so we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Rocking, survived. Catch you later.
Hey, YouTube.
Hey YouTube, so we're back.
Yes.
As I said, didn't buy any guitars. So that's a wee demo of the bass amp. We're going to play something just now.
Are we?
I don't know.
What about...
Now.
That sounds pretty good.
Great fun playing. If you don't enjoy playing the bass, play along the Highway to Hell, where you get to just do nothing and then wait until it comes in and then you just go. Yeah, so
Yes. Yes.
I will show this, just seeing as this is the first part of the video. So,
Yeah, we got a result.
behind the guitars,
Yeah. Oh my god, it's a Fender Frontman 25B.
Yes.
Lovely wee amp. It's a 10-inch driver, 25 watts, 25 watt bass amp.
It's pretty good. It's a nice
good.
size. It's not really what I expected. I was thinking,
Yeah.
20 watt bass amp, that's going to be
Well, they usually
good
sound,
for a beginner. But
they don't usually sound very dynamic. They usually sound kind of flat. Do you know what I mean? They just basically amplify the bass. It doesn't make it sound brilliant, but it's good. Yeah.
Seems to do the job, and I've also looked them up on Reverb.
And Reverb, yeah.
Reverb £200. Like, so there's a reason, it's not.
I mean, it's got a nice wee EQ on it as well. So what have you got in the EQ? Your basic EQ, you get your bass.
Low, mid and high.
Well, the thing is you've got the mid control, which is you don't usually get on the smaller bass amps, so you can scoop your mids if you need to.
Yeah.
Have you got them scooped?
I do not.
No, well, can you get everything pointed at 12. But yeah, that's quite a handy thing if you're into the sort of,
That's what happens when you scoop it.
well, that puts you into kind of slap territory. Scoop.
Okay.
Slap bass.
I can't do slap.
So it does funk. It does the funk. And you know, you can actually feel it as well. It's moving the air.
Yeah,
That's one of the things that you find with small amps as well. They don't usually move the air so much. That moves the air and you can feel it, kind of.
I think there's a physical element to that, just because it's.
It looks. I can't really see through the thing, but it must be ported in some way because it's completely sealed at the back. So there's no holes at the back. They ported all along the bottom.
The grill doesn't go down to the bottom.
It's moving air, so it's really nicely designed wee amp.
Yeah, so not be going with a cheap bass as a Christmas combo pack like I was thinking. It'll be
Well, and a more expensive Christmas combo pack. Yeah.
Christmas combo pack, yeah.
Or for a more advanced bass player who's looking for something from the house, it's perfect.
But things it's like when you get like the small ones, you think, for a beginner, that's kind of more for a sort of want someone like us who doesn't want to have a 200 watt
in the house,
bass amp in the house, because obviously.
No, well, I've actually done gigs.
It goes uncomfortably loud in the house.
Well, I've done gigs actually out in pubsvilles with amps, like not me personally, but I've mic'd them up for people who actually take that size of amp to a gig and they'll play it and actually get away with it. Because it works as on-stage monitoring and the microphone's doing all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, well, you just DI it.
Well, yeah, well, you could just DI it, but I would mic that up. I might. The thing about plugging things into DIs is that it always sounds better if it comes through a speaker first.
Right.
I mean, rather than going through the desk and out the PA.
It can be done if you want to EQ it like mad, but it's kind
of...
of...
Yeah, it can be, but it's really nice. You always get a better sound if you put a microphone in front of an amplifier, because you get the movement of air and all of that stuff, all of those dynamics happening that you don't get when it's just a DI.
Yeah. That's the more set. That's the amp I should have in my house.
Yeah.
Well,
basically, I've got the same sort of thing, haven't I? Even smaller, actually. My Ampegs, same idea. It's got the same voodoo thing going on, but it's got an unusually dynamic, deep bass voice.
Yes, it does sound quite similar. It's also the reason it doesn't work. I think the reason it was cheap was because the plug didn't work. The plug had been bent, so we were in the thing. I mean, I physically bent it. My car keys, I've got a wee set of pliers, one of those wee leather things. Bent it out and was pushing it.
Standing behind him with a stick, just in case you get electrocuted.
Yes,
push him off.
I turned it on with a stick. That'd be fine.
Yeah, but well done.
Didn't help when I turned round and he's standing there like that with his hands in his ears.
So there was a wee guy there and he was looking at me as well, a bit scared. Was something going to go loud?
No, I don't think it was the amp. Even there wasn't that sort of.
It was just the general place.
It was general flames and screaming was what you were thinking was going to happen.
Kinda.
Or one big loud bang followed by.
I was hoping it wouldn't.
Jittering. Was it good?
It's great. Why are you looking so tense, Malcolm? Is it that good?
Yeah. So there's a bass amp. Yeah, I do after my successful stitching of other videos together. I might stitch this bit in to the video, and then we'll go on to what's in the bag.
Well, hold on first. What was the name of that guy's business?
Oh, Ronnie.
Let's do my wee advert.
Did you take? It's in the bag that's in the car. There's wee gelatino ice cream thing. You gave you one in your pocket. Is it going to be quicker to go to the car to get it?
No, definitely. It's in the house somewhere.
You're wearing a jacket.
I'm looking around.
I feel a bizarre wee ice cream shops looking for gigs. I don't know.
I think I've actually left it in the kitchen. Maybe if you just bear with me, we won't get his name right.
Yeah, I love the guy. Yep. bomber jacket you were wearing?
It sounds really good. Mind you, that bass sounds really good. Ah, there we go. Right. So, local East Bride man. Ron's Ice Creams and Desserts. And he's in 15A, Springburn Place. But he's also got Green Grass JPM Limited, where he's got a landscaping business. So he does gardens,
fencing and
all of that stuff.
turfing. There you go.
Fencing, turfing, all of that, and ice cream. So that was Ron. That's who we got the amp from. Well done, Ron.
Yes, yes. Nice guy.
Yes, nice guy. Good guy.
I took Scott, so I said it's like quite good. I normally stand and talk to people for ages. Whereas Scott was there, and Scott's like, oh, you're from East Kilbride too? You know wee Jim and John? Ah, you know Davey. Just like the two of them.
Can't take me anywhere. But yeah.
Yeah, but we did in the video there in the car. I did film the entirety of both journeys.
10
That's
minutes.
why. Well, in total. Aye.
It's great. Having a contact so close to the house.
Yes, yes. There's going to be some interesting guitars coming in from
You
there.
never know. This is the thing. You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're probably as good a scene for him as we are for. You know, it's probably going to work both ways.
Aye.
Because he'll not get ripped off.
No, but he's taking the guitars into the
Yeah,
pawn shop
pawn
town,
shops and all that.
and it's like I bet you a pawn shop we'd pay £50 for what a pawn shop would give you 20,
Aye.
and
Sort
we'd
of
still be
thing,
making money.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Especially ones maybe not so much in guitars you've heard of, but especially obscure ones like Ibanez Roadsters and stuff. I can see the pawn shop going like 20 quid.
Aria Pro.
Aria
Who?
Pro, who are they? Yeah, West Tone. It's all pointy. Oh, it's got a string missing. Tenor. Yeah, wouldn't do that.
No.
Wouldn't do that.
Okay, so we've done it.
We've done it. Yes, I will do something with that bass amp. I'll sell it for Christmas, I think.
I think so,
I don't
yeah.
think I can keep it.
It's really good.
It's really good. It's kind of
Yeah.
it's much more sensible than my big After the End one. But my big After the End one does have the logo, and I'm standing in front of a wall of amps. That was
It does have the. It's a nice looking amp as well, but so is that. But that's really good.
yeah.
It'd probably even fit in the same space. Is that?
Oh, do you
know?
know? Yeah, no. I'm thinking if I replace my After the End one, I could probably get that and a guitar amp in there instead, next to each other. And I can get another amp in. I've got lots of amps. No, we'll see. We'll see. I'll maybe
Nothing
give it
wrong with too many amps.
apart from space.
I've got 6.
That's got a lot of amps. I'll probably get 6 as well. If I've got that, I've currently get 3 bass amps.
The problem is one of them's in a tent in my back garden.
Literal tent.
Literal tent, because I've got no way to store it.
That's why you shot the orangutan.
Orangutan,
Because
yeah.
it was trying to get into the tent.
Yeah, that's what happens, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Just drip it, just let it drip just now. There's a
Just
bucket
let it
and
dry.
catch all the blood.
Gonna have some dried monkey later on for dinner. Yeah, anyway.
Monkey jerky.
Yes. I'm going to go and make a cup of tea. Have I made a cup of tea yet?
I've already had one.
I'm confused.
have you just
today.
not drank it yet?
I'm not. I think I have. I'm
No,
just
you
in
had
a
a
state of
coffee?
confusion. I've been up all night. I have a toothache.
I feel so sorry.
Just as well I've got a beard because I'm dribbling out at one side and you guys can't see that. It's not an attractive feature. Dribbling.
Yes.
Feeling I want to do that.
Just do it then.
Disgusting, eh?
Disgusting. Cool. So that'll be video 1. Be back in a second for a what's in the bag, even though you probably know what's in the bag, but you don't know what's in the box.
I don't know.
So you know what's in the box, what's in the bag, what's in the box. And I can just pause this rather than, in fact, it's not really any point, but I will do it anyway. Walk in, and no, missed.